Hey, it's Bill, and you're tuned into episode number 62 of Three Questions and a Song, the podcast where the title says it all, except for when it doesn't, which is really all the time. My name is Bill. With me tonight is Doug Carnahan. What's up, Doug?
Bill, how are you, sir?
I'm good. I even refrained from saying "of after the fall."
You know what? Come after the CD comes out, I plan on dropping of After the Fall, so that way it's just Doug Carnahan. So it would couple more months.
So you're changing your last name?
Yeah, my legal last name. Yeah.
All right, so.
Oh, you're a funny guy.
I think the last time you were on here on Three Questions and a Song, I think was for Welcome to the New SA.
I believe that's correct.
And then you were also on this one on like episode 9 for The Fight.
Yeah, I think that was the very first one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
And that was early on.
Yeah.
And nothing has changed. I still have no real plan.
Wasn't I thought like John Lane was on one with us too. Wasn't John Lane on with us?
That would have been on the Pennsylvania Rock Show episode.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of that one then, because I could have swore one of these you did John Lane was on with us, but I could be confused though.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't know that I've had John on this one at all. I don't think I have.
See, I could have swore it was this one, but I could be wrong.
Well, you have even been on. You were a host of Throwdown that lasted for like 4 episodes.
I was say, a few times. Shauna was on there. I think John Lane.
Yeah.
Who else? Was that it? You.
Yeah, and then the very last guest that never saw light of day was Lee Caruso Jr. That was where we talked for like 4 hours, and then I was like, "That's it. I'm not editing it," and that was the end of that show.
Oh, well, it was a good run. It's a good run.
Okay, so it is titled Three Questions in a Song. I have 2 questions prepared, and then I have a question from Mad Clock, who is last episode's guest.
Okay.
And we're going to start out with my 2, which will probably end up being more like 10, but the official questions.
Like I said, I'm all yours.
So let's start out with the most important thing. What can you tell us about your upcoming EP release show?
Well, it's September 11th. It's a Saturday. It's going to be at Heroes in Katanning. I'll be playing all of the CD, the upcoming or EP, in its entirety. I don't want to give too much away, but there's going to be definitely some special surprises, and I would strongly encourage anyone who is a fan of my music. What I know as it stands right now, Can't Believe is the only one that's out there, but or even interested in local music, come on out, because it's definitely going to contain some stuff that you're never ever going to see again, probably. So, and we'll leave it at that. But anyone who can read between the lines, I think you'll catch the drift of what I'm saying. So,
you're going to shave your head.
I've been there and done that. No, with some special guests. How about that?
I figured that's what you meant.
Yeah, but no, it's good though. It'll be and the material we'll be covering isn't just strictly my music either. So it'll be a once in a lifetime kind of thing. So I strongly encourage everyone to come. I will have Doug Carnahan T-shirts for the album. We're gonna have the album on sale that night. The physical CD, their EP. I keep calling it album, the EP. That'll be there that night. And like I said, some definitely some special surprises and a whole lot of music and fun.
So it's how many tracks are on there?
There's 4.
4.
Mm-hmm.
And can you give away titles, or are you just going to stick?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, no. 2 of them. This is kind of the way I structured it. I didn't want to go too far off the beaten path. Like I listen. I'm a fan and a writer of all kinds of different styles of music, but I know people, from After the Fall. That's predominantly where most people know me from, and other bands and just rock music.
It is your last name. We just confirmed.
Soon to be changed. We're it's like getting married. You change your last name. But yeah, so I didn't want to stray too far from the at least for the initial release. I didn't want to stray too far, but the whole purpose of it was to stretch my legs musically. They'll do some stuff that I couldn't do with After the Fall simply because it just wouldn't fit. And but it's stuff that I believe in. It's music that I've written myself. And I really feel strongly about. The first two on the CD are called well, obviously Can't Believe. That's the single that's out there now. Which you can find on YouTube. You can find on Facebook. You can't purchase it yet. Only strictly streaming.
You can listen to it on your website, which is
right below there.
The videos
Conveniently, right at the bottom of the screen for anyone watching. But and next one is one I actually play often at my acoustic shows. It's called Bitch Swinging. Those are the two that are most, like I said, closest to what I do. People have known me for. Now the other two, the titles are Who Baby Who and Marla Singer, and they are a vast departure from anything that I have done with After the Fall or previously. You yourself have heard them, and I mean,
I was going to say I may or may not have heard them, and I would agree.
Yeah, I remember. I distinctly remember a message from someone saying, this is Doug Carnahan. Like, you're singing this, and that's good. That was it's probably one of the nicest things I've ever heard because that's what I was shooting for. I want it to be something way different than, and there's more to come on that in that front. I just wanted to kind of test the waters with this to see if, there was an appetite for it, if, people would even enjoy it, or if, it was just kind of like, my own little head trip. So, but from what I've heard thus far, it hasn't been officially released yet. People who have heard it, I've gotten nothing but positive responses. So I'm crossing my fingers, brother.
So being also on the inside a little bit of the website and where it's heading, I know you have something planned that we have hidden right now. Do you want to mention that at all?
Well, I have mentioned it actually on Facebook. So what the plan is for the website, and there's a reason behind this too, I'd like to add. With everything that's going on today on social media and stuff, there's been a lot of censorship, especially of music. I have a lot of friends, peers who have been encountered that, and I'm talking strictly original music too. Like, this isn't, cover songs, record labels filing claims of copyright infringement or anything. This is strictly original music. And, and if you express a certain kind of opinion in your music, they're likely to censor even just snippets of your song. So with the help of my man Bill here, we plan on putting up on my website an exclusive streaming, exclusive streaming capabilities that work around the social media platforms and will be delivered straight to the listener, which I'll probably use for a variety of things, predominantly, acoustic songs, I'd say acoustic concerts, because I hate to call anything on a computer or concert, but maybe debut some new songs, just get personal, get intimate with people online and not have to worry about what's said or what isn't said, or but it's going to be, like I said, exclusively on that website though. There's no other place you're going to be able to find it. So that the only way to see it is to go to my website, DougCarnahanMusic.com, and it should be up and running here hopefully hoping by the end of the year. So
and the site is there. You can pre-order T-shirts on it currently.
That is correct too. Yes, T-shirts are pre-sale. They'll ship them right to your door. It's got a convenient little shipping calculator for you for anyone who lives far away. We'll still get you hooked up. And every size. Somebody asked me this the other day. They said, "Oh, I'm going to get a small," and I was like, "Small? I actually don't have small." And they're like, and I was like, "Oh, it's on your website." I'm like, "Is it?" Well, I'll talk to Bill about that. But no, it's cool, man. Mediums, nobody ever buys small. I hardly ever sell, even with After the Fall, we hardly ever sell small. So, but medium all the way up to double XL. So, triple XL if you need it, double and triple XL for our special orders. I have those readily available. We can get them in. So,
are those coming? They're coming from Robbie, right?
Yeah, Robbie Prone and Endeavor After. Well, you are the plug man, dude. Like, I've never seen anybody plug.
Yes, you
gotta
have.
work in marketing,
You
bro.
have
Seriously.
You have talked with John Lane online. You definitely have.
Oh my goodness, dude. It's remarkable how you do it. Like you just like slide right as like one into the other, man. Like, oh that shirt you're wearing there. Who made you design that? Yeah. But yeah, Robbie Perone from Endeavor after designed them.
That's
Endeavor. Didn't design them. I shouldn't say design it. He made the t-shirts.
It's Endeavor after LLC.com. There
you go. And but the design itself though was Matt, my Matt Franny, and we both kind of, I told him I wanted a logo that was kind of like a old school looking, and I sent him a few examples, of like I say like 50s ish kind of logos, but with a modern flair though. I wanted something.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of some vinyl.
Yeah. I mean, it has a whole bunch of different, like the acoustic rock and roll part. It's descriptive. It's still, I don't know, it's hard rock ish, but like it's almost like the record itself. It's palatable for more, I think, of a wide audience. You know what I'm saying? Like if After the Falls logo, it's like we had a skull for a while. It tells you kind of what it is.
Here, let's do this for 1 second. I'm going to take us off the screen again. We won't be able to talk while we're off screen, but they will be able to see the logo since we're discussing it. Okay, the majority of the logo.
Yeah, see, yeah. I mean, it's even designed. You said vinyl. So it kind of gives you that old school feeling. And again, that's what I was shooting for, because it's the music. Like I said, once people hear it, I think they're going to be very I don't want to say the word impressed, but they're going to be taken aback by what it sounds like. Because I try to give everybody a fair warning. It sounds nothing like After the Fall. Nothing.
I can't believe, which we're going to feature here momentarily, the very beginning of that. I feel like I'm turning Nirvana or Stone Temple Pilots on. I feel the grunge coming out at the beginning of that one.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely, man.
All right. So question 2.
Yeah, go ahead.
13 minutes in. All right. So I'm going to kind of lead into it though.
All right, go for it, buddy.
So After the Fall has been on a bit of a hiatus. And
yes, sir.
I want to mention that you guys are returning the stage on Friday. Saturday the 7th.
That's right.
At Rock for Life, which is held at Island Community Park. It's 2 days. It's Friday night, and then all day Saturday. It's $20. You can camp. It benefits a child who is fighting. I always hate how I word this, but fighting a deadly disease. And
I mean, how's he gonna say? I mean, just tell the truth.
So not only are you there for a good cause, but you get to hang out and listen to some of the best rock and metal and acoustic and whatever Matt decides to throw at us. But it's a great time. I've been to 18 of them. They're on year 22.
22 now, yeah. It's crazy, man, isn't it?
Well, this will be 18. So I missed the first 2.
You mean 18 for you?
For me, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
I missed the first.
For you?
I missed the first 2 of them, and I missed last year.
You missed last year, did you?
I did.
Well, you know what? Last year, I was just talking to somebody else about this. We weren't there last year, obviously, so I wasn't there last year. But because of COVID and all that we can cuss, right? Can we cuss?
Just don't say the F word.
Okay, and all that other shit. Because a lot of people didn't even know that it happened. So, and it's sad because it is a charitable cause.
And they still had a decent turnout from what I heard.
Yeah, and you know what, Bill? That just goes to show you, man. Like it's you can't hold a good thing down, man. You know what I'm saying? People have their priorities in life, and people know what's important, and you got to be your own judge, man.
Yeah, I've lost my pass to Gigaroo for a while.
How's that?
Well, because my nephew's birthday is July 11th, and until it gets back to where the 4th of July doesn't fall on that first weekend, Gigaroo is going to be on the second weekend. and I'm going to be at my nephew's birthday.
Yeah, I understand, man. I understand.
This was year 2 this year.
Missing out, Bill.
Okay, so the question I was headed towards is, I have known you for a good amount of time
Yes.
as front man of Rock for Life, front man of After the Fall. Wow, was that a slip? They go hand in hand. After the Fall.
They do. Bread and butter, baby. Bread and butter.
And the acoustic rock and roll thing is fairly new in your span of a music career. What's your favorite thing about doing the solo shows? Because you're up there by yourself. It's got to be completely different.
It is. It's a very different experience. Well, there's the obvious answer, and then there's the deeper answer. The obvious answer is it's more money.
But the band I interviewed for the Pennsylvania Rock Show this week, there are 10 people in that band.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're eating ramen for a while. But but I hate to say that. It sounds like that was just a little half gag there. But honestly, though, the deeper end of the pool, it's with After the Fall. We do a lot of different kinds of rock music, and we try to push the envelope. But again,
and sometimes some hip hop.
Yeah. And that's good. But within that, you, as many people know, I joined them, in progress. Like, that band wasn't started with me in it. And, they even took a radical departure once I joined the band from what they were doing. It's more, I don't want to say, dare I say, new metal-ish, but, like in that kind of era and vein. And then we kind of, took it in a more of a hard rock, like commercial hard rock direction. And, and I'm content with that. Like that's After the Fall, though. So the I would say the best thing about the acoustic is getting to do music that's outside of that genre and that vein, because and I love hard rock. I was weaned on hard rock, growing up and stuff. So I'm never, that's my roots there, but I also, I listen to everything, man, everything. So, to be able to get up there and, you say it's, you got to be good. You really got to be well rehearsed, because there's plenty of times on stage where, with After the Fall, I'll slip up or miss something, or, but nobody really notices because you have the other guys there to, cover for you, and they know what they're, like, and it's same with me and them, like if they slip up, I'm there to cover for them. So, but when it's just you and that guitar, that's it. Like, you screw up, man, everybody hears it, everybody knows it. And I just actually added a looper pedal to my my act, it's the past couple months. And I'm still working out some of the kinks with it. I've been playing with it live and stuff like that. But I want to get to the point where, I don't want to depend on it. I never want to be one of those guys who's like, like the guy with the laptop, like, oh, look at me. I can play with the shift key. I don't ever be that guy. But it's technology. And if as long as you're not abusing it, I personally don't see a problem with, using it. It's liven things up. Like I can play solos. Whereas before I couldn't. If I did, there'd be nothing behind me, so it would sound stupid. So now I can play solos to some of the songs or some leads and stuff like that. It really kind of enhances and it's got this thing's crazy, man. It's got drums, loops and stuff like that. You can do all kinds vocal. I can add background vocals and stuff. And I'm not really into all that, because then now at that point you must go see a band, dude. Like I'm not. It's just something to liven up the show a little bit. But yeah, it's different. It's a very different breed. But I would say too, it's getting used to some of the places I play. It's kind of like almost like background music to a lot of, because I play in some like upscale restaurants and stuff, and midnight, or I'm not midweek, Thursday night gigs and stuff like that. So people aren't really there to, go bananas and applaud and get all tanked up and stuff. They're eating their dinner, whatever. But
speaking of, you played the patio at Night Courts recently for the first time.
Yes.
Did you try their buffalo wings?
I don't like buffalo wings, so I wouldn't have tried them anyways. But I will say, playing a new place, especially acoustic, is a daunting task, man. But that was probably one of the best acoustic shows, turnout wise, response wise from the people listening. It was great, man. I had a blast And Steve and Reagan, and Jen, the folks who helped me, who are night courts, management owners, whatnot, who helped me out and got me there. I big thanks to them for doing it. And I hope, like I said, I'd love to come back sometime because it was a very, very pleasant experience.
This is going back a ways, like back to the beginning of Pennsylvania Rock Show. We used to follow lots of bands. We were younger, didn't have any kids. We go to after fall shows, we go to Cage shows, we go to Doppler Effect shows.
Back in the day.
Listen, we go to Bill Roncher shows. Oh, see that? That's how long ago it was. Doug doesn't even know.
You see that? Not a clue, buddy.
Matt played drums for him. Surprise. Matt plays drums for lots of people.
Oh, hey, I'll tell you a funny story real quick, a quick aside. So there was it was back when I was in my my last band before After the Fall, a Guilty Revelation we were called. And our drummer at the time, we were having some drummer issues, and I needed a fill-in like on a fly. So I don't know if you know Mike Vasey from All My Monsters, Not Ghosts, Okay, so he and I have been tight for years. And I called him up and asked him, I'm like, hey man, is there anybody that could, help me out? And he said, yeah, I got this guy, his name's Matt, give him a call. Well, I ended up not actually needing him, but lo and behold, it was Matt Ferrani. So yeah, I've been floating around these guys for years, man. It's weird that we never, connected.
So where I was headed with that is we would go see a lot of shows in like the Katanning Ford City area because Cage played there, Roncher played there.
Sure.
After the Fall played there. Steve owned a bar in Ford City at one point. See that?
Say what?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it right now.
Well, but you know where it was?
Yeah, it was in Ford City.
I know that. I mean, where in Ford City, dude?
You know where the Sheets is as you're coming into Ford City?
Yes, yeah. It's right across the night courts.
Yeah, right. You turn at, well, it used to be on the other side next to night courts.
Okay.
And you turn and go in between that building and Sheets and go down into the actual city. I can't, it was on the main drag. I can't remember what the name of it was.
I never knew that either, man. Well, you're
but
anyway,
anyway, we ate at night courts a lot back then.
Okay. All right.
Because we spent a lot of time out there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I mean, I didn't eat anything there, but their food. I take that back. I did actually. Someone was there having food, and I was on my break, and I'm not a buffalo chicken fan.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
That was Bria.
Hey man, I'm nothing wrong with that. But I'm not a buffalo chicken fan, but I was starving. So this young lady, Alicia, gave me a piece of her buffalo chicken pizza, to which, like I said, I was just, starving, dude, like ravenously hungry. And I ate it, and it was good, man. It was very, very good. So I tried something.
There was that gnat.
Did you see it? I still can't see it, man.
Well, soon, if it gets too close, you're going to see me smash it.
Don't hit your camera, dude.
Yeah. So, yeah, we spent lots of time in that area. Wick City Saloon used to have.
Okay, I know Wick City Saloon. Yeah,
they used to have bands there all the time. My cousin was a bartender. Wow, that was like 2004. I'm talking.
Yeah, I wasn't even playing music yet, man. In 2004, I didn't start playing out live with bands and stuff until around 2008.
So let's do this. So we're going to feature the song "Can't Believe" off of the upcoming EP. Is it the Lighter Side of Dark, or do I have that backwards?
No, you're right. The Lighter Side of Dark, sorry, man.
And why don't you tell us a little bit about that song, and then we'll take a moment to listen to it.
Sounds good, buddy. Well, it's 2 bands ago. I was in a band called DUI, which was short for Devils Under the Influence. And it was written back then, back around 2007. No, maybe it's 2008, 2009. We ended up playing a few times, never recorded it. My next band played it a lot, a Guilty Revelation, but again, never recorded it. And then I got with After the Fall, and we used a lot of my older material in After the Fall too, but that just happened when we didn't end up using. So But I always was partial to it. A lot of people who have listened to me over the years were partial to it. So it's like a bittersweet kind of melancholy kind of song. It's got some really a lot of resentment and anger wrapped up in there. But I mean, it's a very personal song. It's a very very personal matter of betrayal, and but it's ultimately something I think anyone can relate to. And it turned out. I also like to say it turned out really well. Acoustically, some of them I had a good feeling how they would turn out, but it being more of a rock song, I wasn't quite sure how it would translate within onto an acoustic record. But Mike Ofka at Innovation Studios and Matt Ferrani, he played drums on the album, the whole thing. So he anytime you hear drums, that's Matt Ferrani in the background. And they both were incredible, and they added so much to every song. I couldn't even begin to describe how great of a job they did. And it's because of us as a team that it turned out the way that it did.
See, I need to go back and listen. Did Dafka play on any of them?
He did. He actually did. He played on. He plays bass on everyone. Every bass line you hear is Ofka. He did all the leads. Well, no, I take that back. I shouldn't say all leads. I did the lead on Can't Believe. I did the solo. He added a few things. Like if you listen right after the solo, there's like a little interlude, instrumental interlude into the end of the song, and you hear some faint guitar in the background. That was Mike Ofka. He did the lead, or what? And I shouldn't say he was saying lead. He added on the one song, Marla Singer. He played some lead work at the end of that. Throughout the song, he played some lead, and then at the end, he got a Wurlitzer organ somehow in there, and you can hear it. But again, I wasn't my first thought of something to add. But and then even the backing track to Marla Singer on that cut, you can hear like just like a like an electronic kind of like bassish sound, almost like a bossa nova kind of sound to it. And that was he and I who came up with that loop, to do. But like I said, it's very different, man. Those two songs. I can't wait to come back on after it's out and chat with you then, because I really like to get those. The people are going to be like, just I want to see the reaction. I can't wait to see people's reactions to this record, man.
All right, so what we're going to do next is we're going to take a moment. We're going to listen to Can't Believe by Doug Carnahan, and we will be right back for a couple more questions. For those of you that are tuned in live, you can't hear the song because Facebook and YouTube would mute it. So you have to wait until the first and go to buildthescene.com so you can hear it.
Gotta love Facebook.
Yeah. All right, so that was Can't Believe by Doug Carnahan, who is with me tonight on episode number 62 of 3 Questions and a Song. You might be my first 3-time guest on this podcast. And honestly, only behind John Lane as overall guests.
I'll probably be forever behind him, man. He's always jumping up in there. Yeah. I love chatting with you, man. It's always a good time when you and I get on and start meandering through life.
So the next question is coming to you from Mad Clock. I don't know if you had a chance to listen to his stuff, but he's kind of like a dark hip hop trap.
I have. I've listened to some of his live stuff. I never actually heard any of his studio recordings, but I've seen some of the stuff he's posted on Facebook. Any kind of music that pops up on Facebook, man, I always try to check it out, even if it's outside of my wheelhouse. Just because you never know, might find something you like, man. So
before doing what he's doing now, he was in an acoustic duo and played rock. Yeah.
Anything else you want to tell me, dude?
I've gotten those eyes from you a lot today.
Yeah. Why? Seriously, man.
That's
okay. That's
completely
cool.
different than what you heard, right?
Yeah. That's a hell of a shift. But that actually, you know what though? It's funny you say that, because that's I had to ask a question for the next guy, so it kind of leans into the question I was going to ask. So you're the segue master, brother.
I actually forgot who the next guy is, which is terrible.
Here's an Ed. I can't remember. It's Ed. Was it
MZNZ?
Yes. I couldn't. When you sent it to me, like I couldn't even really pronounce it because I wasn't sure how he pronounced it. So I went and listened to it though. I mean, I listened to some of his stuff, but I wasn't sure how to say it. I just know I was like, yeah, N or M or something like that. So
All right. So the question from Mad Clock, which I will edit in later, with his longer version where he gives the whole explanation, which you have not heard yet. But the question itself is, with something that sounds so very well put together as After the Fall, what made you want to do a solo project?
question. Well, at the point where, as you, I mean, it's kind of public knowledge now. You know, we don't like to harp on or put our band laundry out there, but our excuse me, our old guitar player Zach Shepard is no longer with the band. I don't even need to go into this. All I'm gonna say. But anyway, so we had to take a hiatus for a while, and COVID, you know, that made it tough too. You know, that whole thing. But anyways, I've been playing acoustic though, you know, for oh goodness, probably about 4 or 5 years now, and I even did it before that, you know, off and on. But so I was just doing it kind of for a side thing, you know, really wasn't. And I threw some originals in there, but you know, at the time, you know, I really wanted, like I said, I had this yearning to kind of stretch my legs musically. I really wanted to try to start going, and that's not to say, like I told you before, I don't want to stop doing After the Fall. I don't want to stop doing hard rock music, but I always found I was, you know, more capable of more different kind of things. I don't want to be a one trick pony, so to speak, you know. So it's a perfect opportunity with all that going on to really, you know, focus on that and put a lot of time and effort into it. And you know, I figured, yeah, I'd gauge reaction. If people really enjoyed what I was doing and they were, you know, feeling it, then I got plenty more where that came from. And if not, if people, you know, laughed me off the stage and throw tomatoes at me or something, then well, it was fun. It was a good time, you know. But I just really, more than anything though, I believed in the music, and I really thought that it should see the light of day. And yeah, I like seeing, you know, people see that there's another side to me as far as you know, music is concerned, because like you said, that's where most people know me from, After the Fall, you know. And it's so to, and then you can go to a bar and hear like cover songs and stuff, and sure, that's all fine and dandy. Anybody can do that though, you know. To write your own original stuff in a totally different vein than what you're, you know, normally known for, you know, is a tall order. And I'm very proud of what we accomplished. And you know, I really think that I hope that, you know, people will feel the same way. But yeah, that's a good question, man. That's a very good question.
I kind of chuckled when you said throwing tomatoes. I was at an X Fest concert with Tony Marinaki, who was instrumental in the Pennsylvania Rock Show. He taught me how to run the mixer. But it was his birthday, and he invited Kelly and I, and we went to X Fest. And Matt and Steve showed up. Fest? Oh, it was at I know who played.
Well, okay, that's good enough.
So Aaron Lewis, 3 Days Grace.
That would have been one of the later ones, I believe.
Hurt and People in Planes, which is the band
for Hurt once.
I really liked Hurt.
They had a violin or something like that, or a fiddle or something. Yeah, we opened for them at Altar Bar. It was like actually like when I first joined the band. But yeah, I think that was one of the, like maybe like the 4th or 5th one or something like that. Because I remember the very first one. It was like a lot more 90s-ish bands, you know what I'm saying? Actually, I think Scott Weiland played solo, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it was either the first or second one. He had just come out with 12 Bar Blues. I don't know if you know that record or not.
I don't.
But yeah, it was his solo album. He did his very first solo record, and I'm almost certain he headlined X Fest one year, 98, 99, something like that.
I want to say we were. Well, I knew Tony, so it had to be, and we were doing the rock show, so it had to be after 2004.
Okay.
But what happened was the People in Planes were a fill-in band. They came from the UK because the band that was supposed to play, I think their lead singer fell off the stage or something, so they had to replace the band because he got injured. And we were further back in the pavilion, but people were taking the lemons out of their lemonade and throwing them at the band.
No, are you serious, man?
And normally, you know, being who I am, I would frown upon that. But I have to be honest. I really wish they would have stayed on their damn plane.
They were that bad, huh?
Oh, they were bad.
Were they like a punk band or something, or like what is
Honestly, all I remember is that people threw lemons at them. That's how bad it was.
wow.
But
That's saying something, man. Yeah, I'm hoping that doesn't happen to me. You know, the last thing I want is people throwing tomatoes at me. But again, you know, ultimately though, it was just I believed in the songs, man. I believed that they needed to see the light of day, and you know, I'm excited to I will never quit doing hard rock music. Hard rock music is where my heart is. But you know, to excuse me, to evolve and grow as an artist, you have to, you know, stretch your legs and push the envelope and see what you're capable of. You know, I don't ever just want to be stagnant or rest on my laurels or, you know, how they say it, whatever. But, you know, I always believe that an artist should always be growing and evolving, even if they have to do it in a different project or, you know, get out on their own to do whatever, you know, but it's really just a matter of, you know, wanting to get that music out there and see what people think of it, man, you know?
now I kind of have some, well, I think one of you posted on Facebook, but a little bit of inside information. I saw titles of Sanu after the fall songs on a whiteboard that I'm not going to give away. And I had a chance to stick around and hear them, but
yeah, I was wondering why you didn't, man.
Because I turned down the
earplugs,
and by the time there was like one more song, and my ears were just, they had enough. I was like, you know what? I'll hear them on the 7th.
You get used to it after a while, man. When I remember the first time we practiced together, Matt's cymbals and his snare drum, when he would hit them, I would actually jump. Like, you know, it startled me how loud it was. And I think that's part of the reason why I'm experiencing, you know, like a tiny bit of hearing loss the older I get. But I won't wear earplugs, man. On stage or in the practice, I can't, because I've tried it and I just feel so disconnected from the music. You know, I'd rather face going deaf than not be able to hear the music, you know, pumping through me. So, but I do, somebody who doesn't do it very often, like in that tiny room like that, I can totally appreciate that.
I spent, you know, I've been in working with unsigned bands since 1996. So I've spent a lot of time standing in front of speakers
Oh,
stacks.
Yeah. It's different when you're in that room, though. That room makes it so much louder, dude. You know, it's speakers are one thing, and especially if you're outside, you know, it kind of breaks it up a little bit. But when you're in that tiny space like that, and especially with Matt Ferrani, because he beats the piss out of his drums, dude. But it's loud.
But I my ears ring all the time, like nonstop, and I always have something on in the background. Like I'll turn the TV on. I'm not really watching it.
I do the same thing
because it blocks the ring out.
Yeah, I just do it because it's like noise, you know, like ambient noise. But that's my ears constantly ringing. You should go get that looked at, buddy.
All right, so MZNZ, I gave you the assignment of going to check him out. What question did you come up with?
Well, I don't know his past. Excuse me, if he's done anything musically, you know, other than that. But what I wanted to say, or ask, I should say, and I have actually wanted to ask this to a few people who do that kind of music, you know, that harder kind of, I say death metal, but you know, his music is definitely harder, you know, the kind of music. And I've always wanted to know, is good opportunity to ask somebody who does it, what made him choose that direction with his music? You know, why that hard. And again, it's not to say there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not judging it. I'm not saying anything negative about it. You know, most people I know, there's they either like that's what they were brought up on, or you know, but when they start to play in a band though, you know, or play music, you know, in a bigger capacity, trying to reach people, you know, you really have to love what you do to stick with it. So I just want to know how he got started on that and what made him, you know, like stick with it over the years instead of, you know, picking a different direction.
So I know there was something else I was going to bring up.
Whatever you want to talk about, buddy.
Did I show you the picture of Jen's rooster trying to eat my camera stuff while I was out there with you guys?
I saw it firsthand, but no, I didn't see a picture of it.
I sent the picture to Kelly, and she said, make sure that the poultry doesn't stow away.
There's chickens, man. There's something else. And I'm not a farm boy, but you know, I've seen chickens before, and some of them are like mean, man. You know, they'll run after you and attack your ass. So every time I got there, they go after you.
No, but I told Kelly, I was like, I'm standing there and Steve and Matt are like, did you take the picture? And I'm like, no. And they're like, why? And I'm like, because Doug's been staring at the rooster.
I didn't want that thing eating me, man.
So giving Doug a hard time, and then I went outside and the rooster started messing with me.
Yo, and you know, it wasn't aggressive. I'll say that. Like, it's just curious little devil, you know, just wanted to be up all in our business. But yeah, I don't know. I just and from what I understand too, their talons are pretty sharp. So I don't want to tango with no chicken. I'm not chasing chickens like Rocky Balboa.
It started pecking at my camera bag, and I was like, do I push it? I don't know if I want to fight a rooster.
You punted.
So,
oh man, that's good.
So once again, for those of you that are not watching the video live with us, Doug's website is dougcarnahanmusic.com. He has a new EP coming out on September 11th. He has pre-orders available on the website for t-shirts with the logo that is behind me and behind us, above us. He is the lead singer After the Fall, who's making the return to the stage at Rock for Life. What shows do you have coming up solo-wise?
Oh, I have a lot, man. I have a lot of good stuff going on. My next one, excuse me, is August 11th. I'm going to start. This is my first one. We're not sure exactly.
That's my daughter's birthday.
August 11th.
Daughters, two of them. Yep.
Oh, well, my son's birthday is the 9th, August 9th. So, but anyways, we're gonna be playing out. I am going to be playing out at JB's Roadside Bar and Grill. It's on Saxonburg Road, I believe. It's in technically Tarentum, but yeah, it's one of those weird, like, it says it's Tarentum. It's not in like the city of Tarentum.
I've driven past that a few times, and every time I do, I'm like, oh, that's where that is. And
yeah, they have a big outdoor.
It's like it's new every time I do it, though. I'm like, oh, that's where that is.
They have a big outdoor stage. You know, I mean, a lot of bands. I've played out there before myself. I believe I'm going to be on the inside, though, of the actual bar. And it's for bike night. They're doing bike nights now on Wednesday nights. So I'll be playing out there from 7 to 9, August 11th. And potentially even maybe, you know, every other week. It might be become a bi-weekly thing. I play every third Thursday of the month at a place called The Porch in Upper St. Clair. But I'll be playing there this month on the 26th. We had a little move of the dates because my oldest daughter's going off to college, so I got to help her move in. But and then I'll be playing at the Hot Spot in Katanning on August 13th. And there's one more I'm forgetting, and it's going to bother me now.
Is there a benefit you're playing?
I am playing a benefit, yes. I don't know if it's a public thing or an invite-only thing, so I haven't actually posted yet. I have to get word from the young lady who's doing it.
Is it?
What were you saying?
Is it the? I'm trying to think of her name. It's an
one you said you referred it to me, so you should know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's public.
Okay, yeah. I actually meant that because I didn't want. A lot of times those things, you know, it's like I don't say invite-only thing, but it is a bike run.
Yeah, they're doing a bike run.
Yeah, so I didn't know if you had to pay to get in or what the deal was. So I didn't want to make any official announcement. I actually was messaging her tomorrow to ask, you know, what if she wanted me to, you know, announce it publicly or not. But yeah, I believe that's the 28th of August, and it's in Vandegrift. I don't exactly know. It's a funeral home, so I don't know.
Yeah, which is weird, but it's
the end of the bike run. That's, I mean, right. I don't know how it's gonna be set. It's outdoor.
She owned and the woman who passed away that it's in honor of, owned a salon, which is right next to the funeral home. The funeral home is her family's funeral home.
Yeah, I knew that. I didn't know that.
And it's another link to Matt. She and Matt's sister owned a salon together at one point. Yeah. She and Matt's sister owned a salon together.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, no, so that's the 28th, and you know, just for the record, if I am supposed to be announcing it publicly, it will be up on my website and on my Facebook and stuff. You know, so you can look there to find the details. And I'm telling you, there's one more, man. It's slipping my mind right now, but there's one more date in August I play, and it's for the life of me I can't. Oh my goodness, it's gonna bug me now.
I know there's a after the fall date. I think it's September 18th.
Yeah, September 18th at Brandy's Basement. Now there's one more date in August, and boy, now I'm worried I'm gonna miss it. days that come and go. And I'll be like, wait a second, I was supposed to play that weekend. Yeah, man, that's gonna bug me, dude. But anything, most of them are posted on my website and on Facebook, so you can go check them out there. And also, oh hey, Jeff, thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Speaking of the Katanning and Ford City area, what's up, Jeff?
Yeah, no, thank you, brother. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. And then I got, like I said, the third Thursday of every month, I'm at the porch in Upper St. Clair. So there's a monthly things to catch me at, and hopefully the bike night thing goes well, and it'll become a regular thing too. You know, every other Wednesday out at JB's. So we'll see about that. And yeah, and then of course the CD release party at Heroes on September 11th.
That's the one you were forgetting.
No, there's one in August too. I'm telling you, Bill. There's something I'm forgetting in August, man. It's gonna bug the life out of me for the rest of the night.
Is it Rock for Life?
No, it's
not solo.
It's a solo thing. I can't think of it though for the life of me. So
is it on is it currently on the website?
I don't think, but don't quote me. I know I just updated it today or yesterday or today. So anything I might be wrong. I've been booking a lot of gigs though, acoustic wise. So with the show at Heroes on the September 11th, that's the physical album's release day. The actual digital tracks will be going on sale the following Tuesday, which I believe is the 14th of September. Then you can find them all at Apple, Amazon, Google, all that stuff. You can download the CD that way too. It'll be on, I believe it's going to be on Spotify and all kinds of streaming sites as well. So, but that happens on the 14th, not the 11th.
And all of that stuff will definitely be on the website.
For sure. Absolutely.
I can definitely say that.
You have some authority there.
I do.
And also, stay tuned to everyone too for the live element, the streaming on my website too, because like I said, we're hoping by the end of the year have it up and running, and do some special stuff with that too, something that's outside the box that Facebook and YouTube just cannot touch.
The reason I remember the September 18th show is because I've already put Kelly on notice that I'm planning on going to that one.
Oh yeah, I'd love to see everybody. I've never played at Brandy, so
I've never been there either.
Well, we'll enjoy it together the first night, man.
The guys from Corners of Sanctuary are from the Philly area, Philly, Delaware, and they've been on both of my shows a couple times. And so when I saw they were coming through, I was like, oh, and I know both bands they're playing with. So
yeah, and we excuse me. We also have a date in November. It's eluding me off the top of my head now, but after the fall does, we're gonna be opening for oh goodness gracious, not the Borstal Boys. I think it's Royal Honey. I'm almost positive it's Royal. I'm almost positive that's who it is, Royal Honey. We're gonna be opening for them, but I
do that website too.
I don't think it's at Jurgles. It's somewhere, something like that. Maybe it is Jurgles. I don't know. It's all starting to blend together, dude. Like it's been so long since I've been, this busy musically. It's nice to be busy again, but it's my brain down there, man. It's not quite in gear yet.
Let me see if they have it posted on their website.
Yeah, I want to say Jurgles. I'm almost positive it's at Jurgles.
Let's see here. Shows.
Find anything there, Inspector?
It is. I went to the homepage and forgot that I didn't have it on the homepage anymore. Okay, here we go. Let's see.
I know we're opening for them. That's all. Go ahead.
Where did you say do you think it's Jurgles?
Was that right?
So November 13th is
that's it.
Right now it says Kicks, Royal Honey, and Silk 9 on their site.
You got it wrong. Matt asked if we want to play it, so I don't know. Maybe I'm
unless you're going to be with them on November 27th at Brandy's.
That's it. Brandy's. That's what it is. That's it. I'm sorry. Yes, November
Alive in the Dive tour.
Brandy's. Yes, that's what it was. Because I knew, I thought we had a show place 2 times, and it's that's what it is. It's Brandy's. We're opening for them at Brandy's. So that's only after the fall shows, as it stands right now. We'll get back out there in some capacity, but as it stands right now, we all Matt being in 62 different bands, and Steve's doing his thing, and with my acoustic stuff, we all kind of agreed that we don't want to overplay it this time around. Last time with we had Brandon and we had Zach, we were out there hitting it really hard, and that's cool.
Jay's in a few bands too.
He is, and that's what I mean. Like, everyone's got their own thing going on. And, I don't want to burn people out. And we're going to have a new record coming out too, through RFL, coming out. I really don't have a formal date or anything or even timeline as it stands right now. We're working on, I know that they've recorded some of it. I still have to go and do my vocal parts and stuff. And we just parts of some of the songs we haven't even written yet. So, but it's going to be all new stuff though. And two of the songs that are going to be on that new record, we're actually going to be playing on August 7th. Brand new songs. No one's ever heard them. After the fall. So I would strongly urge you to come out to Island on August 7th and rock your socks off.
All right. So this has been episode number 62 of 3 Questions and a Song. It may be pushing. Nope. There was one longer than this one. This is my short one.
But did you say this is a short one?
This is 3 Questions and a Song. Usually is about 30 minutes when I'm done.
Okay, we're at 51:19 now, so
yeah.
What was the one that was longer? Just out of curiosity.
It went over an hour.
Who was it? That's what I mean. Who
I can't remember. It might have been Eric from Royal Honey. He talks a lot. he'll tell you that too. So
no, they're good guys, man.
Yeah, I interviewed them for the first time in their practice space, which was the first time I heard of the Borstal Boys because they share a practice space.
Well, actually, I watched one of your interviews with them. It was Bobby, or Robert, whatever he goes, the front guy, and Eric. They were both on with you, and I want to say it was for Build the Scene. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. It would have been last year, 2 years ago, something like that. Does that ring any bells?
They've been on a couple times, especially with the SOS stuff that went on.
It was somewhere around that time though, because I remember I was actually my shower was down for the count. I was having it repaired, and I was taking a bath, and I always watch my phone in my bathtub while I'm taking a bath, and I have a little ledge that I set it on, to watch it so it doesn't fall in the tub. And I relaxed and watched some news or listen to some tunes or something. And before I gotten in, I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw that you had an interview posted, and and I liked their music, So I said, all right, well, listen to what they have to say. So I've watched you nude in the bathtub, Bill. How do you feel about that?
I was trying really hard not to go that direction with it.
I wasn't letting you off the hook, bro.
All right, so episode 62, 3 Questions and a Song. Make sure you go to check out Doug at DougCarnahanMusic.com. After the Fall on Facebook is Facebook.com/AfterTheFallPA, I believe.
That's correct.
Look at that.
Oh, man.
I'm getting old,
Reverb Nation too. Reverb Nation's After the Fall Band, or ReverbNation.com/AfterTheFallBand.
All right, so Doug, I want to thank you for hanging out with me again.
Pleasure's all mine, sir. And big shout out to Bill and Build the Scene, all you guys, for helping me with the website and everything. If it wasn't for you all, you guys, I wouldn't have a snazzy looking website. So shout out to you as well, my friend. I appreciate it.
Thank you. And we'll get some cool pictures of you this coming week too.
I trust you, brother. I trust you.
All right. So this has been episode 62. You can check us out on the 1st and 15th of the month. You can go to buildascene.com to do that. If you want to check out the Pennsylvania Rock Show, that is every Friday, and the show will appear on the website at 6 a.m. That's both of them on their respective days. And they both have various websites and streaming platforms that they play on. You can find them both on Spotify. As of this week, you can find them both on iHeart.com too, iHeartRadio.
You're in a lot of places, man. I noticed that. There was a British guy you were chatting with.
Oh, yes. That's Tiz.
What was it? What's the name? It's INX or something like that. It's some
XRP Radio.
XRP Radio. I was listening to that one too, man. I was listening to you guys on that too.
We do a live show on there.
I know. That's why you guys were playing my song.
Yep.
Yeah. You have like audio technical difficulties and stuff. So I was But I was checking it out, man. You good? You were actually I think you were bashing StreamYard or something like that because it wasn't cooperating or something, man.
That maybe. that one's interesting because when you watch the video part of it, you get to see what we're saying behind the scenes that you don't hear on the radio station.
Yeah,
So,
that's why it's cool, man. Because I was actually watching it. I'm like, wow, they must have not edited this version.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. We put the video out there, and because honestly, we have fun in between the songs playing.
Oh, I can tell, dude. I can tell. That's why I like shows like that. You know what I mean? I like watching people who enjoy listening to the songs and are having a good time doing it. So keep it up, brother. It's a good mix of people.
We did the first show without video, and then when we realized how much fun it was, Jonna was like, "Why don't we turn the video on?" And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. And hopefully, like I said, once the CD comes out, you guys can take the ball and run with it. Play them everywhere, man. Review them, whatever you want to do, man. Because I'm trying to get it out there as far and wide as possible.
That's the cool thing about Friendly Fire, which is the name of that show.
Yes.
Four of us hosting it. One is just outside Chicago, so Illinois. I'm Pittsburgh-ish in Pennsylvania.
Close enough.
Jonna is Pittsburgh-ish in West Virginia, and then Tiz is in Birmingham, United Kingdom.
So, yeah, I that's how I was like, wow, I didn't know. I knew I had seen tags of XRP. Is that what you said?
Yep.
XRP. I had seen tags of it before on your Facebook page and stuff. I never known exactly what they were, what they played, what kind of what it was all about. And I really like that guy, man. Was it Tiz? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
He's got a good sense of humor, man. So it was cool watching.
He was shirtless in the last video.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. That was like one of the first things I noticed, man. I'm like, you can do that? You just record your shows topless? That's cool.
Well, apparently it was really hot in the United Kingdom that day.
You tell Jean that she should go topless on the next one.
You know what? Yeah. He tried to get all of us to do it. I was like, nope.
Oh man.
But,
now you know you're having a good time.
That one, I do have a lot of fun with that. The cool thing about XRP is they actually came to me and said, hey, we want to run your show. And I was like, okay.
Really? That's cool, man. No, that's awesome. We got a good thing going, dude. I mean, really, you got a lot of connections to the local scene and stuff, man. I mean, you interview people that I've never even heard of sometimes. Like that guy I'm asking that question to. I've never heard of him. You know what I mean? You've had some decent, let's say, well-known, groups on it and stuff too. So, I mean, you got a good thing going, buddy. It doesn't surprise me that somebody wanted to pick up on it, man. But that's, I like what you guys are building, though. It's like you're not just doing it yourselves. You're always reaching out to network and making it bigger. And that's what counts. And that's what makes it interesting to watch too. You know what I mean? It's cool watching one-on-one, but it's always, there's more of a dynamic when you have so many people on there with different tastes, different opinions. It makes for a good show, man.
The other thing I would be remiss not to mention, two things, are that if you look at the Build a Scene logo, the microphone in the logo is there representing Doug. And the 3 questions in a song idea where the guest asks the next guest a question was also an idea Doug had, slightly different, but it was something that we had talked about doing, and it didn't quite fall into place. And I ran with it with the podcast.
That's good. Hey, man, listen, you're good at what you do, buddy. And I'm just happy to you allow me to be a part of it, man. It's cool. It's always a pleasure talking to you, brother.
So 20 minutes ago, I said we were out of here.
Yeah,
we are really out of here. Well, as far as your recording,
trying to get that record, Bill. I'm trying to get that record.
All right, so episode 62, Pennsylvania Rock Show. No, 3 questions in a song. 62. Pennsylvania Rock Show is on 578. My name is Bill. Make sure you check Doug out at DougCarnahanmusic.com. We'll see you on the 15th with MZNZ.